What keeps people obeying systems they question? Not blindly following, but seeing the flaws, feeling the resistance, and still choosing to participate. You've experienced it. A rule that doesn't make sense. A process that feels inefficient. A structure that contradicts itself. You notice it, you question it, and then you continue anyway. Why? Because obedience is rarely about belief. It's about stability. Most systems don't maintain control through force. They maintain control through familiarity. The longer you exist inside a structure, the more your body adapts to it. Your routines begin to align with it. Your expectations begin to depend on it. Your decisions start to orbit around it. So even when something feels off, leaving it doesn't feel like freedom. It feels like disruption. And disruption introduces uncertainty. Not just external uncertainty, internal uncertainty. What happens if I step outside this? What replaces it? Where do I go instead? So the mind makes a quiet calculation. Not, is this right? But, is this stable enough to continue? And most people will choose a familiar system with flaws over an unfamiliar space with potential. Because potential doesn't guarantee outcome. But structure, even flawed structure, offers predictability. There's also something quieter happening. Social alignment. Because the moment you step outside a system, you don't just separate from the structure. You separate from the people inside it. And most people aren't just navigating systems, they're navigating belonging. Agreement keeps things smooth. Questioning creates friction. And friction, over time, becomes uncomfortable to hold. So people don't just obey to avoid consequence. They obey to maintain connection. Because standing alone in a question is harder than standing together in something flawed. There's also the weight of participation. Because systems aren't held together by authority alone. They are reinforced by the people inside them. Every person following the rule becomes visible proof that the rule is working. Even if they don't believe in it. Even if they've questioned it. Even if they've noticed the cracks. So obedience becomes self-reinforcing. Not because it's correct, but because it's consistent. And consistency over time creates the appearance of legitimacy. Repetition replaces reasoning. Familiarity replaces scrutiny. And what was once questioned becomes something people stop examining altogether. So people don't just obey systems they question. They adapt to them. They normalize them. They build their lives around them. Until the act of questioning itself starts to feel like a disruption to their own stability. So maybe the real question isn't, why do people obey systems they question? But this, at what point did stability become more valuable than truth?